So what these questions are trying to emphasize, so the unit circle has a radius of 1. Okay. So here's a circle. The unit circle would have a distance of 1 from the origin to the center of the, sorry, not from the center, from the origin to one of the points on the outside of the circle. So they never explicitly say that this is the unit circle. It sure looks like it might be because these values are things we've seen before. But to know for sure that it's the unit circle, we need to know that this distance here is equal to 1. Right? Because that's the radius, and that's what the unit circle is. It's just a radius of 1. So to figure that out, we can use these x and y coordinates. They told us that this distance right here is square root of 2 over 2 because the origin starts at 0 on the x-axis. They ended at square root of 2 over 2, so this is the length of this line segment, square root of 2 over 2. Same thing up here. We start at 0 on the y-axis. We've gone up to the y coordinate of square root of 2 over 2, so this is square root of 2 over 2 on the y-axis. So we got a triangle that we've drawn, and it's a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem to make sure that this is a true statement, that a squared plus b squared would equal c squared, our hypotenuse. Square root of 2 over 2, oh sorry, yep, I want that, squared, that's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If this is a true statement, then the radius is 1, and we do have a unit circle. So if I square this one, you can square the top and the bottom, so that makes 2 over 4. You can square the top and the bottom. Square root of 2 squared is 2. 2 squared is 4. 1 squared is 1. That's a true statement, right? 2 fourths plus 2 fourths makes 1 fourth. So this is the unit circle. This does have a radius of 1. And now we can use the fact that cosine is always, oh, sorry, it's t. They're using t for the angle. You could use theta, whatever letter you want. So cosine is always the x-coordinate, and sine is always the y-coordinate. So your answer for this question, sine of t equals square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of t equals square root of 2 over 2. Same thing for this question. We can just jump to saying this is cosine, this is sine of t. But we have to be sure that that red line has a radius of 1. Okay? And so in order to make sure, we'd use the same fact that this is 1/2 and this is square root of 3 over 2. So a squared plus b squared, that needs to equal c squared. And if this isn't a true statement, then it doesn't have a radius of 1. But if you square this, 1 squared over 2 squared, that's 1/4 squared. Sorry, that's 1/4. And then if you square the top, square root of 3 squared makes 3. And then square the bottom, 2 squared makes 4. That's a true statement. 1/4 plus 3/4 makes 1. So this is the unit circle. So that means this is cosine of t, and this is sine of t.